Tonight, report on a burglary suspect driving off a cliff and into a lake. And Moses Lake has a new mayor. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Wharton basketball splits home games with Waterville, and Ephrata drops its CWAC wrestling match to Ellensburg. Let's take a quick peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, meteorologist Mike Signs here. Our next storm system's on the way, edging ever so closely towards us. When will it arrive? I'll let you know coming up.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A robot is being used to locate a car submerged in Upper Goose Lake as the search for the driver continues. The Grant County Sheriff's Office is searching the lake for the driver and the car after they went over a 20-foot cliff and into the lake. The vehicle is suspected to be in water measuring 80 feet deep. On Tuesday, the vehicle was reportedly spotted at a home on Road B Southeast near Royal City. Sheriff's Office spokesman Kyle Foreman said the homeowner was able to get photos of the vehicle and was able to give deputies a description. The suspect's vehicle was spotted by Royal City Police Chief Darren Smith, who followed it until it turned onto the Columbia National Wildlife Refuge at a high rate of speed. A Sheriff's Office deputy reported seeing debris floating near the eastern shore. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office assisted the search by providing an underwater robot to locate the car. George Elementary School could get a much-needed expansion as part of the Quincy School District's proposed bond up for vote on February 9th. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
When George Elementary School was constructed in the 1950s, it consisted of just 4 classrooms. Thanks to a 1998 construction bond, the school was able to grow, adding 2 more classrooms, a library, office, and a multi-purpose space. Now the school is needing to expand again, with half its classes situated in portables and the school's student population expected to nearly double over the next 10 years. The multi-purpose room is now too small for lunches and assemblies, and there is only 1 set of bathrooms to serve all 180 students. George could receive as much as $11 million for renovations if voters approve the Quincy School District bond on February 9th. Principal Kelly Firks talked about how the situation at George makes the need for expansion essential.
Well, we do a lot of juggling to make the facilities we have work to the best potential that we can get out of them. We were able to take care of classroom space in some situations, but that does not change the fact that there's still only 2 bathroom stalls serving 12 classrooms that were originally intended to serve 4 to 6. It does not change the fact that our parking lot was originally going to serve a much smaller number of parents and families and now is serving almost double the number of students that it was years ago. And these various areas just haven't grown along with our population. We just are running out of space.
In George, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
A man is suspected of trying to sell stolen salon items on Monday afternoon in Moses Lake. 4 salons were burglarized in Moses Lake in December, including Jewel in the Lotus, where nearly $20,000 worth of hair care products and equipment was stolen. The 3 other salons burglarized include Chowbella, Salon Envy, and Reflections. Moses Lake police were called to Botan Hair Salon when Casey Hardy, a 33-year-old Moses Lake man, allegedly tried to sell them a stolen pair of scissors. According to Moses Lake Police, Hardy, a convicted felon, was contacted by police and was reportedly found with a .22 caliber pistol, marijuana, 13 prescription pills, and brass knuckles. The suspect's Honda sedan was impounded, and police are obtaining a search warrant for the vehicle. Hardy was arrested for trafficking stolen property, being a felon in possession of a firearm, possession with intent to deliver marijuana, possession of a dangerous weapon, possession of a controlled substance. Tony Webb is stepping down as general manager of the Grant PUD. Webb made the announcement Tuesday afternoon and recommended current PUD Chief Financial Officer Kevin Nort to succeed him in the position. The 54-year-old Webb has been with the PUD in a variety of positions since 1990 and was appointed general manager by the commissioners in 2013. Webb said his long-term plan was to be general manager for only a few years and make the transition into retirement when he felt the utility was in good position. PUD Board President Tom Flint said the announcement was not a surprise to the board members, and he is proud of Webb's contributions to the utility during his career. Flint said Webb is staying on in a smaller role of Assistant General Manager to assist Nort in his transition to General Manager. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at primetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
When the cold rolls in, it's time to turn on the heater and cozy up with a book. But turning up the heat can mean higher electric bills. And for some families in tough times, that could mean choosing between a warm meal or a warm house. For decades, people like you have extended a hand to help local families in need pay those winter electric bills. Share the warmth this winter to help keep your neighbor warm by giving a little when you pay your Grant PUD bill.
This weather segment brought to you by Barry Motors. Good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Mike Sines. Taking a look at our weather headlines, we are going to see a mostly cloudy night tonight. We do, however, still have various systems on the way, and that also means snow chances are going to continue to be on the rise. Taking a look as far as conditions are right now outside, 36 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, and we're going to see conditions quiet down just a bit, but our next storm system's on the way. Let's take a look at my storm track, and you can see here, this right here, low pressure system is going to continue to make its way in towards our region. This is our next storm system that'll arrive Thursday night into Friday morning, giving us throughout the overnight chances to see snow. I'll let you know the percentage coming up in my extended outlook. As we continue to see the Futurecast model showing the round of snow is going to be tapering off, still snow out towards the east, and precipitation are going to be coming from the west rather, not from the east. But then look, already that precipitation coming in, and throughout the evening time frame, you can see we are going to see a change in the weather pattern. Yakima, Thursday, 11 p.m., already picking up on this snow that's going to continue to be moving into our region throughout the overnight hours. So folks, get ready. Temperatures, as we take a look at our temperatures, we're going to see relatively right around the freezing mark as we make our way throughout Thursday, reaching right around 36 for us here in Ephrata. Check this out, though. This is a cold pocket of air. You can see here by these lighter shades of blue. That's going to continue moving in, and temperatures are actually going to drop. Here we go for you, folks. Yakima, 26, as we head into Ephrata, 25, and this is what's going to give us the conditions, the right conditions, to see chances of snow. Taking a look at my weather conditions as we look in for Thursday, 1 o'clock. Snow and really showers out towards the west. This is that moisture that's going to continue coming inland. As it does so, rain chances for the evening are going to continue to be on the rise. Yakima, we can see for Ephrata rather, 36, mostly sunny skies, as well as the same conditions being called for out towards Moses Lake. Here's a look at my extended outlook, and as you see here, we are going to continue to see rain chances and really snow chances to be on the rise as we head into the middle of next week, or beginning of next week rather. We're going to see the rain chances pick on up, especially for the weekend. Thursday into Friday, chances of snow at 60%, and then unfortunately during the weekend, various snow chances are going to continue to be on the rise. That's a look at your latest weather. Thanks for watching, folks. Sports next.
To save some energy, I've used Einstein's mass energy equivalence to design the haptic suits you see in front of you. They will maintain our core body temperature while we completely turn off our heat and air conditioning. With the money we save on our Grant PD bill, I'll be expecting that trip to Disneyland this year.
You don't need to be a super genius to save energy and money. Visit grantpud.org to learn how.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
Wharton basketball split games with Waterville at home last night. The Lady Cougars kicked off the action, but didn't find much success as the team was ice cold from the field and dropped the game 43-31. Wharton trailed 23-6 at the half, but was able to close the gap to 36-25 with just over 4 minutes to go. A crossover move by Brennan Whitney made it 40-31 Shockers with a minute left in the game, but that was as close as Wharton got. Brennan led the Cougars with 11 points. Bailey Whitney and Shania Kisler finished with 9 each. Wharton falls to 2-2 in 2B Central Washington League play and 8-2 overall with the loss. J.R. Delgado knocked down a game-high 29 points, and the Wharton boys got past the Shockers 59-47 in the second game of the evening. Both teams came out flat to start the contest, as neither squad was dialed in offensively. Waterville struck first on this shot by Taylor Riggs from three-point land. The Cougars battled back to take a 9-8 lead midway through the first quarter. Back-to-back buckets by Delgado pushed the score to 13-8 Wharton. The Shockers came alive, trading buckets in the second quarter, but it was the Cougars taking a 23-18 lead into the locker room at the half. Delgado led all scorers at the break with 16 points. Waterville posted 29 second-half points on the board, but the Cougars hit for 36 to win by double digits. Adam Richens turned in another solid outing for Wharton with 14 points. Tanner Scone was a human vacuum cleaner on the boards, hauling down a game-high 12 rebounds. Delgado finished with 29 points, 7 steals, and 8 boards. Wharton boys moved to 3-1 in the 2B Central Washington standings with the win, and 9-2 overall. The Cougars now embark on a 3-game road swing that starts at White Swan on Friday. Bulldog grapplers took the bite out of the Tigers on the mat in Ephrata last night. This one was dominated by the visitors from Ellensburg, who came away with a 53-20 win. Eberg came out of the gate with back-to-back wins at 182 and 195 weight class. The home crowd grew a bit antsy with back-to-back losses to start the match. The frowns quickly turned to smiles on their faces with 4 wins in a row from the homeboys. Rolo Reyes at 220 and Clay Johns at 106 pinned their opponents. Raul Palera at 285 and Ray Hernandez at the 113 weight class, all won by decision. It's the first league loss for the Tigers, who moved to 3-1 and into a tie for second with Othello. We'll be back after this commercial break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about a graduation ceremony for a group of convicted felons who completed a Department of Corrections program to improve their lives and make better decisions. Reporter Joe Utter has the story.
About 3 months ago, a group of offenders under supervision with the Washington Department of Corrections started a program geared toward changing the way they think. On Tuesday, the group was joined by family and friends and their DOC officers for a graduation ceremony for completing the Thinking for Change program, which was implemented by DOC in 2012 with the goal of reducing recidivism. For 2 nights a week for the past 12 weeks, the small group of convicted felons met in Moses Lake to participate in guided discussions and activities in a classroom setting. The program is based on the principle that thinking controls how people act, and that to change the way people act, they have to take control of their thinking. The offenders are taught skills from basic social interaction to problem solving in the classroom, which they can use in their everyday lives to make better decisions. Community Corrections Officer Steve Clay, who facilitated the Moses Lake class with Community Corrections Specialist Jill Farman, explains more about the Thinking for Change program.
What we do is we teach social skills, cognitive self-change skills, and problem-solving skills. When we get to the problem-solving, we integrate all the other skills into one group, and we practice them all, and we work hard. We work for 3 months. We've been doing this together, and we met twice a week, 2 hours a day, and it's like doing a college course, and those that are here are the ones that are left and completed it. So we're really proud of these young men and women, and they should be proud themselves of what they've accomplished here.
Both Clay and Farman said the changes among the group members were obvious over the course of the program, from actually wanting to come to class to trusting each other and using skills learned when faced with a problem in their everyday lives. We sat in on one of the classes back in December, and Farman explained the goal of the program.
We are hoping to change their behaviors and the way that they think by putting them into situations, real-life situations that are occurring in their life that will help them to just recognize some of their behaviors, that the thinking that controls their behaviors and therefore affects their actions. Really, our goal is to reduce recidivism, but we also want them to become more productive within their families, within the communities as a whole, while we're also helping to make the communities safer for everyone.
This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Experience speed like never before when you connect to Grant PUD's high-speed network. Visit grantpud.org to learn more.
Welcome back. At least 2 checks stolen during a burglary of Moses Lake car dealerships were cashed. On Saturday, a woman called police after she was notified by her bank about a check for $100 cashed in Vancouver. The check was written in July to Bud Cleary. According to Moses Lake Police, a suspect changed the name to Catherine Moline. Moses Lake police are working with the Vancouver Police Department to identify a suspect. A man notified Moses Lake police a $393 check made out to Bud Clary for automotive repairs in July was cashed. Police said the name on the check was changed to Jim Turley. The checks were stolen during burglaries of Bud Clary Chevrolet and Bud Clary Dodge Ram on December 28th. Items stolen included shop tools, multiple computers, credit card machines, and televisions. The Moses Lake City Council voted in a new mayor on Tuesday night after making changes to the process of choosing a mayor. Reporter Cameron Probert has the details.
And their new mayor is Todd Hof.
Moses Lake has a new mayor. The city council made the selection Tuesday night at the first city council meeting of the year. The decision followed a motion by the city council to revoke a resolution approved at the last meeting of last year. The resolution called for appointing a new mayor based on how long they served on the council. If the council kept the resolution, Councilmember Karen Liebrecht would have been mayor. Councilmember Ryan Leonard suggested returning to the voting process. The council approved her motion with a vote of 5-2. Voth was elected with a vote of 4-3. Leonard, Voth, along with council members Bill Ekrid and Mike Norman, voted for the new mayor. Liebrecht and council members Don Myers and David Cornell voted for Liebrecht. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
A Moses Lake man is facing a felony charge for allegedly trying to outrun police. Prosecutors charged Joshua Brown, a 24-year-old Moses Lake man, in Grant County Superior Court with attempting to elude. The May 9th pursuit started when a Moses Lake police officer reportedly spotted a man sitting in a Ford Escape and hiding his face. The officer turned around and saw the SUV was gone. He spotted the vehicle turning onto State Route 17. The SUV allegedly continued to accelerate until reaching 80 miles per hour and would not stop for the officer. He reportedly lost control of the vehicle as he attempted to turn left onto Loring Drive off Patton Boulevard. The vehicle spun, went over the curb, and stopped in the grass field. The defendant allegedly ran from the SUV and was later found hiding in a bush. He declined to speak to officers. In Northwest News, an off-duty Oregon National Guardsman helped stop a toddler from being kidnapped outside an upscale hotel. It happened last Friday in downtown Portland as the girl was being pushed in her stroller by her nanny. Laura Rios reports he trusted his instincts when something didn't seem right.
I could tell based off of her reactions that she didn't know this person. It was a complete stranger to her and the child, and they posed some sort of danger to her.
This off-duty Oregon National Guard soldier says his training kicked in last week when he stopped a scary situation from becoming much worse. Jonathan Sweeney, seen in this video posted on Facebook, stopped a stranger who grabbed a toddler outside this downtown Portland Marriott.
Basically, he reached out for the girl from what I could tell, and the nanny started panicking, asking for help, and that's about when I started coming over real quick.
Suspect Robin Rollins was in court this afternoon to face charges of harassment, disorderly conduct, assault, and resisting arrest. Sweeney, a PSU student, has been an Oregon National Guard soldier for 11 years. He says he noticed Rollins walk past him, and moments later, he says Rollins grabbed the little girl. Sweeney says the guard trained him to pay attention to the subtle cues people give out. So even on the streets of downtown Portland, he's always alert.
He looked at me, said something under his breath. I couldn't really understand what he said. And I just took a few steps past him, turned around and just watched him drink my coffee. And then once everything started, then I started approaching him once he headed toward the little girl.
Sweeney ran toward them, not noticing he spilled his coffee, and grabbed the suspect. He says Rollins hit him a couple of times, so he took him to the ground and held him until police arrived.
Yeah, I have confidence that somebody else would have stepped in at that point. But the biggest thing is I want to make sure that the child was safe and no one else got hurt.
That's going to do it here for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.